What's up, YouTube? It's the Action Figure Grader coming back to you with an unboxing video. I just received 15 items back from Collector Archive Services, and they are all over the place. So I'm just going to dive right in because a lot of these are so big that it's just going to be so hard to film them. So I'm gonna get started, and then we'll get some of these big boxed items out of the way. But the first one is this one. This one is insane. I love it. This is a 1982 Sakuda Japanese die-cast metal AT-AT Snowwalker. And I'm sorry about the bad lighting. It's so big. I can't film it very well. But this is AT-AT Snowwalker versus the Snowspeeder. So these are a 1982 Japanese die-cast sets. It's still sealed, factory sealed still, inside the original backer. You can see the Snowspeeder there, along with the AT Walker that you assemble, and it's all made out of die cast. And so I had them splay it all out so we could see the Japanese instructions and the box art. The box art on these is incredible. There's several in this line, and I'm sorry again about the glare, but you can see how beautiful that artwork is. There's several in this line. There's the Millennium Falcon versus Slave One. There's the X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. There's the Snowspeeder versus the AT-ST Scout Walker. And I believe there's also one with the Death Star, maybe, excuse me, the Star Destroyer versus X-Wing. So there's 4 or 5 of these model sets. They're not particularly expensive, but I've always wanted this one because I just love the box art, and it turned out really well. It's graded 85 by Collector Archive Services. Not much on the back to look at, but I'll show it to you real quick. Well, I guess there is. You got the kind of the assembly instructions for the Japanese, in the Japanese writing. So that is one of the really big items that I've got, and I didn't, it's just really difficult to film all these gigantic items. So the second big item I got is this one, and this one's pretty cool. This is a modern item. It's the Walmart exclusive Vintage Collection TIE Fighter. And you can see where it says Walmart exclusive right there. I'm sorry again about the glare. But this one has been autographed. This is autographed by Colin Cantwell, who was the senior concept artist on the original Star Wars film from 1977, question mark. He's the concept artist that came up with the design of the TIE Fighter, the Land Speeder, the X-Wing, and I believe the Star Destroyer. Are the 4 that he designed himself. He received some kind of general guidance from George Lucas, saying that he wanted solar panels on it and stuff, but he's the one that kind of came up with the look of it. So I found this on eBay. This is a 2020 Walmart exclusive Vintage Collection TIE Fighter, still factory sealed, obviously, and it was autographed by Colin Cantwell, so I did buy that, and it turned out really awesome. Here is the label on it. It was graded 85 plus. And this is their Signature Series. Signature Series 85 plus. Walmart exclusive Imperial TIE Fighter, signed by Colin Cantwell. So I had the autograph authenticated by James Spence, and I went ahead and got this monstrosity graded. So my wife will be really happy about this one. I look forward to seeing her when she gets home. But pretty cool item. Pretty cool item. So those are the big ones. And I'm going to move them over to the side because it just makes it so difficult to film the rest of these. So bear with me here while I move a little bit closer. And I'm going to take it off of panoramic mode if possible. Well, I don't know if I can do that. I don't think I can do that. So we're gonna make do with panoramic mode. But I've got a few, excuse me, a few other items, mainly loose, and they're all over the map. But this one is a blue sabered Luke Jedi Knight. This is the Hong Kong 2-line LFL, and he came back with an 85. But I love these cases. But this is the sewn cape Luke Jedi, and with the blue saber. So Hong Kong blue saber sewn cape. I've got one Hong Kong blue saber snap cape, but why not? Let's go ahead and add a sewn cape to the group. The other Luke Jedi I got is a green saber. And this one is the Taiwan with the sewn cape. So I've got a Taiwan flesh face snap cape, and now I've got the Taiwan, I believe that's also a flesh face sewn cape. And he also came back with an 85, but really nice. And let's see, I've got, in terms of other licensed figures, this is a Leia. This is a Hong Kong Leia. I believe they didn't label it, but it looks like the black hair, black belt variant. It came back with an 80, but there's a black hair, brown, or brown belt, brown hair, I believe. But this one is the black, I believe. I don't have another one to compare it to. This is actually my first graded Princess Leia. So it came back with an 80. I got a good deal on it, so couldn't pass it up. Let's see. Next, this one is a great one. I found this one from a trusted seller, and this one came back with an 85. This is the Spanish PvP Darth Vader, and this comes with the light orange saber and the textured cape. I don't know if we're going to be able to catch that in the light or not. It looks like we can kind of catch it there, but this is a textured cape, the light textured cape on the outside, and I believe it's got the smooth, let me double check. No, this has got the textures on both sides. So there's a textured cape on the outside with the smooth interior, which I also have UKG graded. And then this is the textured cape on both sides. So I've got both variants now. And this came back with an 85, but this is made in Spain, PvP Vader. So that's nice. And then my last licensed kind of retail figure is another IG-88. He came back with a 90. I got a great deal on this. I got it for like 25 bucks or so on eBay. And this is the Hong Kong silver with the hollow eyes. But I love IG-88. So I've got 3 now, including my Polish bootleg. So, but he came back with a 90, so great score. Okay, and then I do have a couple of modern prototypes. This one is you'll probably remember this one from my video when I originally got it. I found this on eBay and it was just labeled as unpainted, but I knew immediately that it was a first shot prototype. So it was only about 40 bucks, so it wasn't too bad. But the reason I knew that is because, number one, it's unpainted, and the saber color is different than the retail version. The retail version is like a greenish yellow saber, I believe. And this one came with a blue saber, and this is like the deflection, that's like she's deflecting stormtrooper laser shots, so you can like attach it to the blade. But this is a really awesome first shot prototype, and just one of the cooler pieces in my collection. And this one came back with a 90. This is like a piece of art, man. I just love the textures in her dress, but really cool. And then, let's see, the other first shot prototype. This is a Geonosian warrior along with a massive kind of dog-looking thing. These are first shot prototypes I picked up from a seller in Japan. It came back with an 85. First shot prototype, Saga series, Attack of the Clones. I like how they cased that. It's really nice. It turned out really well. So, that's the other prototype. I'll put some of these back out here for decoration. I've got 2 bootlegs. This is a late 80s or early 90s Yoda, and he came with all the accessories except for the cape. He came back with an 80, and it's got pink accessories, pink snake, cane, utility belt. It's like semi-articulated with a necklace hole up top. So that's Yoda. And then this one is a really cool one. This one is a 1990s Russian bootleg AT-AT driver. It's in red. It's hard to tell because of the bag, but it's semi-articulated. Now this is not made by Oratet. Oratet is the primary Russian bootleg manufacturer. This is a much cruder mold than the silver AT-AT driver that goes for a fair amount of money. But this one is a much cruder mold, and my buddy Drew did some research on it. I followed it up with some other research. We think it's probably made by a company called Technolog that mainly did Beast Wars, if you remember that line from the 1980s. Beast Wars was like a smaller, really tiny thing. I'll do a later video on this, but it's like a smaller kind of animal it has like elements you could rub on their chest. Not right here, up here. You could rub on their chest, and it was like, water, air, earth, and fire. And so they were primarily known for making bootlegs of those, but the color schemes were very similar. A lot of blues and reds, metallic kind of reds. We don't know if that was who made it or not. That's just a guess. The problem is it's got such a crude mold to it. But I'll do a video on that at some point, and I want to thank Drew for he was the primary driver of researching this one. But you can see right here where there's a sprue that you know, so it's very possible that this is basically just someone stole the mold for the Ortet silver AT-AT driver. We have no way to verify, but this gun is molded into his hand. So that's another difference instead of having a loose gun. So we'll do a comparison at some point, but that's just this is such a weird item that you don't see these come up very much. And so a seller in Russia had it, and I grabbed it real quick. And it's just nice to add it to the collection. This is an 80, so we'll do a comparison video. I promise I'll actually do one. This is a 1980s, or I'd say late 80s or early 90s, really more of a 90s, TIE Fighter pilot. This in white. This one came back with a 70. He's got the blue emblems. I have one like this, but without the blue. And then Scott, the other one that came in this batch, I'm sending to you today, as we talked about. So I know that Scott watches my channel, so it is on the way, I promise. Last three. This is a signed Power of the Force 2 Bib Fortuna. You can kind of see the autograph there. Again, I'm sorry about all the glare. This is the best I can do right now. But we'll take a closer look at some of these later. But this came back with a 90. You can see where it's signed by Michael Carter, the actor who played Bib Fortuna. Straight 90s, 91.4. Clear bubble. Ugliest, that figures might be one of the ugliest things I've ever seen, but I don't care. It's really cool because I love Bib Fortuna. So there we are. So that's another signed item. Probably the best, I mean, maybe not the most valuable, but certainly one of the coolest is this one. And if you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen this, but this is the Lily Letty Mexican TIE Fighter with the short snout, displayed with the original vintage card back. And it came back with an 80. You know, they just grade the figure. You can see right here where the weapon is. This is the dark gray Letty blaster pistol. The cool thing about this, oh, I've got to open this one up. I'm sorry. This one's one I got to open up. I forgot that the Collector Archive keeps the certificate of authenticity or whatever, you know, the statement of archival behind it. But I got to show you the back of this one because this is the coolest one. You know, as you guys know, I've got several of these in my collection. I think this is number 6 now that's come back. But this one's probably the coolest because it's got what's called the negative card back. I'm having trouble getting it out because I am really, really bad at this. There, man, this thing was in there tight. Let's see if I can get it out. Oh, come on, buddy. You can do it. It's fascinating radio, I know. But here's the card back. So this is like a negative card back. So the Lily Letty card backs could come in like a positive, which is like the standard grayish, you know, wherever there's white, that was black. Well, this one's the negative card back. So whatever was white is now, whatever was black is now white. So anyway, it's a really cool card back. You don't see these that much. And it's awesome. So this is the only negative card back I have. And it's of the Lily Letty, and it came back with an 80. So it's got the sharper sculpt around the chest and stomach areas, the shorter snout, Lily Letty. But I got a great deal on that card back too. So I got that one graded. So that is really nice. And then you guys have already seen, there was a line, I don't know if it's in the 80s or early 90s. This label is in the 80s. No one seems to really know, but it's certainly not new. There was a line, briefly, of 2 5-inch bootlegs, fully articulated bootlegs. And it was Luke and Darth Vader. You guys have already seen my Darth Vader, but I finally found the Luke, or I sent the Luke in. The reason I was delaying sending this one in is because I did not have the saber. It's a Thundercats Lion-O bootleg red saber. Both Luke and Vader could come with either red, green, or yellow Lion-O Thundercat sabers. It took me forever to find one. I finally found one on eBay, and it took forever to find it. I'm not joking. I asked everywhere. I did find one in the bootleg groups, but the guy was ridiculous. He wanted like 4 times what it was worth, and I said, no thanks. So finally, one came up on eBay, and I finally found it. And so here we are. This is only a 60. It's just displayed with the card back. It's not actually sealed. What they did was they took the remnants of the card back bubble that typically wraps these figures and just kind of made it look like it's still in the package, and then they added the protection to keep it all in place. But this is the La Guerra de las Galaxies. We've already talked about this card back before with Luke, Bespin, Han, Leia, Kenobi, Chewie, Darth. And it's, you know, they're ugly as sin, but they are really cool, and you can see the staple marks. I just thought it was kind of cool to preserve it. But they would not give it a grade unless I found that saber. So it took a while, but I did find one. I think that is everything, believe it or not. So I tried to go through those quick. I've got all my statements of archive. You know, as I've mentioned in the past, you know, all the signed autographed items come back with a letter of authenticity from James Spence Authentication, and then all the prototypes come back with a certificate of authenticity. So they're a little bit bigger than the standard statements of archival, but it's a cool little batch. I've got another one coming probably in the next couple weeks, and it's all boxed and mint on card, vintage collection, and a few Kenners and things like that. But they went ahead and sent this one because it was just so much stuff. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll put some photos at the end. Talk to you soon. Bye.